Or you can do anything if you put your mind to it.
Tonight, as part of our series Success on 6, we show you an amazing device that's letting quadriplegics do just that. ABC 6 reporter Suzanne Peugeot joins us now live in studio. Hi, Suzanne.
Hi there, April. The company is called Cyberkinetics. They make a device called BrainGate, a device that opened up a whole new world for a man who can barely move.
25-year-old Matthew Nagel was paralyzed 3 years ago after a stranger stabbed him in the neck. Now he's doing something right out of the Twilight Zone, something that was impossible until now. He's actually moving this computer cursor simply by thinking about it.
I just thought it. I said cursor go up to the top right, and it did. And now I got control of it all over the screen. It's wild.
Matthew is the first patient in a clinical trial to test a new device.
The BrainGate device is a way of going around that damage and getting the intentions in the brain to move out to the outside world again.
BrainGate is a sensor the size of a baby aspirin implanted in Matthew's brain that actually analyzes brain activity. It reads his thoughts.
This is the part of the product that actually is on the surface of the brain and goes in 1 millimeter. So the tips of those electrodes are near the neurons that we're trying to measure the firing of.
The activity is a series of pulses from each of maybe a few dozen neurons.
Cyberkinetics uses a mathematical formula to decode the signals.
They're not so complicated that we can't read out the little pulses of the brain and say that a lot of pulses might mean for that cell it's signaling go to the left, and a few pulses for that cell means it's signaling go to the right. So it can be interpreted, obviously.
A metal port on Matthew's skull is wired to a series of computers.
Going to open the first email.
Now he can open email, play a simple video game,
Now I'm going to channel up.
even control the television, the light switch, or the thermostat. For Matthew, that kind of power is simply astounding.
After my injury, I was depressed for 2 years. Very, very depressed. It's been 3 years now, and this BrainGate's been unbelievable.
The ultimate goal is to create a computer connection between the brain and the muscles that would bypass a spinal cord injury and let people like Matthew feed and bathe themselves, maybe even walk again.
It would give me some independence, and for me, that'd be wonderful.
We aren't there today, but we are going to get there.
And the FDA has approved a pilot project of 5 individuals, so Cyberkinetics needs 4 more volunteers, quadriplegics who can help pioneer this medical breakthrough. And you can go to our website, of course, ABC6, for more information on that.
4 volunteers they need.
Right.
It's an amazing story, even at this point.
You never thought, something you never thought possible.
No, and I imagine this could have implications for people with other diseases, maybe ALS.
Any other disease that involves a spinal cord injury, something that really gives new hope to people who've been suffering for many, many years.
Great story, Suzanne.
Suzanne, thank you.
All right, turning to the weather now tonight. A little calmer tonight than it was 24 hours ago.
Amanda Bynes is a child star from Nickelodeon who grew up to become this beautiful babe at the age of 28, unfortunately having a psychotic breakdown, turning from this to this, and this, even landing her in a psychiatric hospital on an involuntary 5150 psychiatric hold, leading many people to believe that she's an Illuminati MK Ultra mind control victim. Even fueling their fears are the mysterious tweets claiming that she was allegedly sexually abused by her father, claims that her siblings deny, and even saying that she had a microchip implanted in her brain that's causing her to say and do things. While the reality is likely that she's just had a psychotic break from fame, which poisons people's minds. Celebrities become paranoid from the paparazzi, and their ego just explodes and pops from the celebrity lifestyle that is Hollyweird. But these fears and conspiracies and suspicions aren't without their grains of truth. In fact, in the 1960s, a scientist named Jose Delgado actually wired electrodes, neural interfaces, into animals' brains and was able to wirelessly control them to some extent. In this actual footage showing him controlling a bull, preventing the bull from charging and goring him. Similar experiments were produced and conducted on monkeys, rats, cats, and other animals. And years later, the BrainGate neural interface device was perfected and actually installed in human beings, like this man, Matthew Nagel, one of the first men to accept this experimental device. Being paralyzed in a wheelchair, the BrainGate neural interface system allowed him to control a cursor on a computer screen simply by thinking about it with his mind. An issue that I covered in detail in my 2005 book, The Resistance Manifesto, available in paperback on Amazon.com or downloaded onto any e-reader. In fact, the Department of Defense and the Food and Drug Administration actually have been working on neural interfaces. The FDA actually approved a wireless neural interface to treat depression. That's right. If you're depressed, just go get your big pharma pills. Just don't even worry about getting some new friends or changing your lifestyle or doing a digital detox. Stop willingly submitting to the brainwash of mainstream media. Don't worry about getting some new friends or getting involved in some activities. No, just get a wireless neural interface electrode and plant it into your head, and it'll make you feel so much better. In fact, DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, is spending millions of dollars on neural interfaces that will supposedly help to restore people's lost memories and implant false ones. And also Intel, the big computer chip company, is planning in the next few years to actually have a wireless neural interface that will allow people to control the internet, similar to BrainGate. Oh, that's right. Just don't. It's so hard to just move the mouse and click on a keyboard. Just plug in your new neural interface wireless system into your head, and it'll just make you feel so much better and make surfing the internet so much easier. So while Amanda Bynes most likely did not have any CIA MKUltra experiments performed on her, and her mental breakdown is most likely just a psychotic symptom of fame, having hung out myself with very well-known paparazzi and having been involved, unfortunately, in high-speed chases, stalking celebrities in Hollywood, and that the paparazzi make the celebrities paranoid. They never know when and where the paparazzi is just going to be sitting to get them to get their photograph of the celebrity scratching their nose or having to walk outside without their hair done or their makeup on, causing them to live in a constant paranoid, fearful delusion.
All right. Thank you.
credentials are in there. Listen to the man! Why'd you wait outside? Give me some time alone. Bug problem?
You should know.
I should. What are they?
Aphids.
Aphids.
Look around, asshole. They're in right now. They like to go in sometimes.
And the tin foil,
Scrambles the signal.
you're receiving a signal?
Transmitting.
You're transmitting a signal.
Not me, the bugs.
Bugs have a transmitter.
The bugs are the transmitter.
And the tin foil scrambles the signal.
Helps.
I'm sure it does.
Isn't real. See? It's not real. No. It's synthetic. It's not even close. See? What? No. Agnes, listen to me. It doesn't know where Lloyd is. It doesn't know anything. It only knows what they program it to say. Okay? No, shut up! They can't wait for me to come outside. They've come to collect me. The experiment is over. They've come to pick up their petri dish, and they sent a machine to do it. Agnes, it is a fucking machine. You can see for yourself. They're sending a machine. Okay?
Okay. I don't really understand. You have to explain to me what's going on, Peter.
Listen. If you want to know what is going on, you have to listen to me. You have to. Because you don't know the fucking enormity of what we're dealing with.